Good day. I'm Joshua Dyer. I'll be reading the excerpt from my upcoming story, The Entomology of Darkness, which will appear in Inked Publishing's Behind the Shadows Volume 3, coming to you later this summer. So here we go, The Entomology of Darkness. In the frigid expanse of space, where celestial bodies whispered galactic secrets and black holes crushed hope, Niall clung to the distant glimmer of a space station. His ticket to freedom. He wove amid the massive bald heads in blue coveralls and around the occasional crew member in gray on the viewing platform of CV-076. The civilization vessel's thrusters wound down to a dull purr. Cold air permeated Niall's shaven head as he wedged himself beside his shorter bunkmate Geb. A sheet of transparent alloy formed the lone barrier between fellow observers and the void of deep space. The spinning wheel of Space Station Ubiquitous rested on an angle. Beacons blinked along its outer rim and central spire. All the muscles in his body relaxed. Finally. Your new life awaits. Geb rubbed his thick hands together. What do you think, 24 hours until we dock? Something like that. Niall pinched his space station boarding token on its chain under his t-shirt. 10 years. Sure am going to miss you, man. Geb stared at him with his lone blue eye. A milky film concealed the other. Better on this thing than serving out there in that hole in Mars. Niall checked his wristwatch. Come on, we'll be late for our watch. He started for the down ladder to the lower decks, but Geb's hand snatched his sleeve. Hang on. Geb's eyes narrowed on the station. We ain't going toward it. Don't mess with me. Geb pointed his right finger at the space station's current position and tracked its creeping motion away from them with his left. 8 years of travel to get here, and they're cruising right by it? Niall stood behind Geb. The Ubiquitous was tracking aft rather than toward them. A bitter lump settled in the pit of his stomach. Freedom and a new beginning both faded fast. He patted Geb's shoulder. I'll talk to our soup and get to the bottom of this. Several decks below the viewing platform, Niall approached the watch reporting station with Geb at his side. Their supervisor loomed over the lower half of his two-piece door. A melted fold of skin sagged over his right eye. He glared at them with the other. His coveralls sagged off his skeletal form, allowing his mangy patch of chest hair to poke above the top fastener. Morning, Case. Case clicked his tongue and scowled. Morning. Night. What difference does it make? He glared down at Geb with his good eye. Boys were nearly late. Again. Geb sniffed. What's the deal with... Niall shushed him with his hand. What he means to say is, have you heard anything new? Case rolled whatever he was chewing from the stubble of one cheek to the other. Nope. He placed the muster tablet in front of him. Niall tapped its screen and entered his report time. Like why we're moving away from the space station instead of toward it? How that? Case waited for Geb to finish before getting the tablet on his desk. Been a change in plans. No port call this time. I'd done my time. Niall held back the rage as it percolated just beneath his skin. I am free. Case held out his open hands. Things change. You can take it up with your XO or the old man if you like. It's out of my hands, to tell truth. Niall and Geb side-eyed one another and headed off to their fire and security rounds.